Now, as she moves away from all of this, something else is happening, which is the net and the internet and the phenomenon that we see around us. Have a look at this chart. This is quite staggering in terms of what is actually happening over a period of 60 seconds in the life of a consumer. In a 60-second moment in the life of a consumer, maybe before the time I tell you this story and I finish this story, there would have been 700,000 Facebook updates. There could be over 200,000 movie or songs and which have been streamed on one site. There could be 200,000 ads which have been posted on the net. Now, the pace at which this is happening and the content and the amount of content that is being generated is so huge that the reality is there is no need for anyone to be reliant on television and the programs that we are talking about. All of what you find there is available here, except that today not everyone has access to broadband of certain quality, and that broadband of certain quality is expensive. Today, broadband and unlimited downloads cost you about 1,200 rupees a month. Have we visualized the possibility that that could become 200 rupees a month? Have we visualized the possibility that it could provide free access? I had some conversation with some people, some of them, so the companies I'm sure would be here, but we talked about the fact that this aggressive manner in which content is being gathered and will be put free on the internet just boggled my mind. And when it boggled my mind, I said, if all of that is available here, why would anyone go onto that box to see this, especially if cost came down to 200 rupees or less? They wouldn't. And I think the point I want to make to all of us is, while we all recognize the direction, I don't think we are confronting ourselves with the stark possibilities that might happen and that they could happen sooner than we visualize. And that's really the purpose of my posing some of these to you as we move forward. The first implication when the consumer is in charge is there is no scheduling, there is no planning. All of what we've grown up with is history. Because she will decide what she wants to watch. She will decide when she wants to watch it, where she wants to watch it, and how she's going to watch it. You cannot decide that for her. And that's the big implication. It will call for new skills, it will call for new expertise, but the one thing that will remain unchanged is the need for you to find ways to engage, because the consumer needs to be engaged. The consumer needs that information, except how we get that and when we deliver that is going to be important. In all of this, understanding consumers is something that we've said in all parts, which has been important in the past, will just generate a completely new meaning. Understanding consumers and understanding individual consumers and picking up data and information, converting it into information and quality analytics will be the differentiator between one company and the other, between success and failure. And while again all of us realize this, I just fear at times that the amount of resource which we need to be putting in, the amount of time and energy that we need to be putting in getting this, it may not be at the level that we need to as we move forward. Now, we know that all of this is happening at this moment, and this need, and people are spending time on the net, and that's posing challenges. We've seen this happening elsewhere. It moved from conventional net on television to mobiles. We've seen phenomenon like the social media, etc. Facebook has become so large, it's become amongst the largest communities. It could be the third, fourth, or fifth largest country, depending on how you start looking at it. That's how large all of this has become. And all of this is simply saying that if this is a big trend, it is only addressing some basic human needs, and we must start realizing it. And why is social media becoming so large? It's becoming so large simply because of the human need to connect. And social media offers you an opportunity to do so. And it's also becoming so large because in this large world, people want to have a voice. They want to be heard. In this, even an ordinary person wants to rise above his or her anonymity. And social media and Facebook allows him or her to express his or her viewpoint and let other people hear it and see it. We mustn't underestimate how deep this desire in human beings is, and that's why all of this is becoming so significant. Now, All of us realize it. And all of us are doing things to see how we can leverage the social media and things of that sort for our brands and for making an impact and connecting with consumers as we move forward. I came across one example which I thought I'd share with you. It's an amusing example, it's a clever example, but I thought it might provide some relief from the heavy and serious conversation that we've been having at this stage. So why don't I let you watch a film which gives you an idea of how one company chose to leverage this phenomenon which we see on the Facebook. Can we have the first video, please?
Burger King knew that America loved the Whopper, but wanted to prove it. So it turned to Facebook and put the love to the test. Everybody loves adding friends, but is that simply because it's fun to see your friend list pile up? Well, what if there was a way to dump friends and get rewarded for it? And what if this turned into a race to dump them before they dumped you? Meet Whopper Sacrifice. Delete 10 friends and receive a free Whopper. A true moral dilemma, a telling choice. What do you love more? Your friends or the Whopper? A difficult question to answer. Or was it? Almost instantly, people were sacrificing their friends for Whoppers like crazy, to the tune of 200,000 friends sacrificed in just over a week. And people's burning desire to dump friends for the Whopper challenged the very concept of Facebook. Instead of embracing this new marketing opportunity and the 35 million free media impressions it received, Facebook began limiting its functionality, ultimately forcing Burger King to take it down. Whopper Sacrifice had been sacrificed. But despite the application's short-lived activation, Burger King proved what it knew to be true, that Americans love the Whopper more than they like their friends. Thanks for watching.
So like I said, that was a clever use of what's going on, and like I also said, I'm aware of the fact that each one of us is acutely conscious of what's going on in this space and are trying, experimenting, building skills in order to be ready for this new world which is unfolding before us. I want to quickly bring this to a close, and I would simply say that I don't think anyone doubts the direction of what is going on. I just fear at times that some of our assumptions could be wrong. By that, I don't mean that we could be wrong in terms of the direction. By that I mean the possibility that what we thought was a bold assumption that that digital could become the largest media and overtake television could be horribly wrong. That this bold assumption might seem conservative in hindsight. That it might not just become larger, it might make everything else irrelevant. And really the question is, are we looking at things in that perspective, in that context? And I ask myself that question in our company as we make big attempts and big strides in terms of trying to build this. Is this enough? I don't have the answer, but like I said, I thought I'd just leave you with some of these questions as you think about and engage in the balanced part of the day, where I know there are a large number of people who are far better equipped than I am in understanding this space. And that's really what I thought I'd end what I had to say with. And finally, maybe allow you to watch one more video. A video which gives you a sense of what the future can be, which was shared to me with me by our media partners. And I think as you watch this video, it will start describing what the future could be. Allow yourself to have an open mind. Allow yourself to indulge in and accept the possibility that this could come true. And as you watch this, I think you would sense both an excitement as consumers, because it's an exciting future that is being talked about. And it must create a certain degree of discomfort as professional people as we start thinking in terms of the implications. As you also watch this, I would like you to visualize the possibility that the time horizons that have been indicated in this video are shorter than what have been spelled out here. Think of what this world can be and think of what it means for all of us. Happy viewing, and that's all that I had to say. Thank you. Can we have the video, please?
Man is God. He is everywhere. He is anybody. He knows everything. This is the Prometheus New World. It all started with the media revolution, with the internet, at the end of the last century. Everything related to the old media vanished. Gutenberg, copyright, the radio, television, advertisement. The old world reacts. More restrictions for copyright, new laws against unauthorized copies. Napster, the music peer-to-peer company, is sued. At the same time, free internet radio appears. TiVo, the internet television, allows the viewer to avoid commercials. The Wall Street Journal goes online. Google launches Google News. Every day, millions of people read All My News, the biggest online newspaper written by thousands of journalists. Flickr becomes the biggest repository in the history of photos, YouTube for movies. The power of the masses. A new figure emerges, the prosumer, a producer and a consumer of information. Anyone can be a prosumer. The news channels become available on the internet. Blogs become more influential than the old media. Newspapers are released for free. Wikipedia is the most complete encyclopedia ever. In 2007, Life magazine closes. The New York Times sells its television and declares that the future is digital. BBC follows. In the main cities of the world, people are connected for free. At the corners of the streets, totems print pages from blogs and digital magazines. Millions of people are now getting used to the internet, many virtual worlds. A person can have multiple online identities. Second Life launches the vocal avatar. The old media fight back. A tax is added on any screen. Newspapers, radios and televisions are financed by the state. Illegal downloading from the web is punished with years of jail. Around 2011, the tipping point is reached. Advertisement investments are done on the net. The electronic paper is a mass product. Anyone can read anything on plastic paper. In 2015, newspapers and broadcasting television disappear. Digital terrestrial is abandoned. The radio goes on the internet. The media arena is less and less populated. Only the Tyrannosaurus Rex survives. The net includes and unifies all the content. Google buys Microsoft. Amazon buys Yahoo, thus becoming the world universal content leaders with BBC, CNN and CCTV. The concept of static information, books, articles, images, changes and is transformed into knowledge flow. Advertisement is chosen by the content creators, by the authors themselves, and becomes information, comparison, experience. In 2020, Lawrence Lessig, the author of Free Culture, is the new US Secretary of Justice and declares copyright illegal. Devices that replicate the five senses are available in the virtual worlds. Reality could be replicated in Second Life. Anyone has an AGAV, agent avatar, that finds information, people, places in the virtual worlds. In 2022, Google launches Prometheus, the AGAV standard interface. Amazon creates Place, a company that replicates reality. You can be on Mars, at the Battle of Waterloo, at the Super Bowl as a person. It's real. In 2027, Second Life evolves in the spirit. People become who they want and share the memory, the experiences, the feelings. Memory selling becomes normal trading. In 2050, Prometheus buys place and spirit. Virtual life is the biggest market on the planet. Prometheus finances all the space missions to find new words for its customers. The terrestrial avatar. Experience is the new reality.